Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to another Herald cast. I'm ODPixel and we're ready to get you hot and quickly into the action of hopefully what's going to be another very exciting Dota 2 game. Well, let's see what we have today. We have a Viper, a Lina, a Pangolier, a Slark, and a Treant Protector on the Radiant side. Over on the Dire side, we've got the Death Prophet, the Dragon Knight, the Medusa, the Wind Ranger, and last but not least, we have an Invoker. All right, well, look forward to this one. This is, well, I know I said the last was probably going to be the last Herald cast of the patch. This one will be, I'm pretty sure. So this one, if you're watching this was the last one we recorded before. What we're hoping for is a big patch. Maybe you're watching it now and the new patch has already come out and it wasn't that big and it wasn't that exciting. But we're hoping for something exciting. Oh, gonna be quite a bit of damage. Medusa, watch yourself. Be careful coming down into the river as a level 1 Medusa. Right, let's see who's going to get these bounty runes. I want to try and take a fight. I mean, they're looking to be a bit sneaky. Death Prophet might have just been able to secure them the 3 runes. I think with this. Oh, no. No, never mind. DK didn't want to go up and take that one, so we'll just be 2 for 2 on the bounty runes. Let's have a look at where everybody's going in the lanes. Top lane, it's going to be... Oh, I was going to say, hang on, that's not your team. Get over to your side. Waltz has passed the tower, takes a couple of hits. It's fine. I mean, it's not like she hasn't got any regen to heal up in the lane anyway. But yeah, Death Prophet support, I think, with the Medusa carry. They're going to be laning against a Slark off lane and a Viper support, I think. We'll see. Middle lane, Pangolier versus Invoker. Standard stuff there. And then bottom lane, Treant support with the Lina carry against the Wind Ranger support and the DK off lane. We are seeing another no items carry here, but she's got... Oh, wanted to get the bottle first. So we've got the bottle first, safe lane Lina. Alright, make sure she's got mana to spam with. Alrighty. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, who is it? Let's make sure we do get eyes on who's actually farming up on this top lane. Looks to definitely be the Slark. It is the Slark and the Medusa. It's what we expected. That's going to be quite a lot of damage. Mrs. Death Prophet. And a few more hits. Oh, they got him. First blood. Didn't quite get that last hit in time, though, to maintain the permanent essence pickup, unfortunately, for the Slark. But, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a spooky lane for the Death Prophet. She can't really stand there and survive with the Siphon. It's going to be too much damage coming out from this Viper. In particular, once he hits the level 3. She's trying to do her best, though. Just take the attention and focus off the Medusa by just throwing her body down the lane at them. Now CS going by. Lina's not shoving in the lane that well. I mean, she's picking up good last hits against the 2. Mid lane, Invoker getting ahead with the denies. So we'll start to see a little bit of level difference play out between these two. Pango picking up the water room. What's he getting sent out himself? He should, okay, looks like he's sending the courier out. Wants to get arcane boots picked up. So a nice little bit of courier, you know, at least making sure that he gets the courier out nice and early and in preparation for him being able to purchase the booster component of his arcane boots. No, all in all, I think team-wise, things are a little bit more sensible from the Dire lineup. The Death Prophet support's a little different, but it's not something that we haven't, you know, seen being done before. It's something that pros have dabbled with. Outside of that, they've got solid heroes. So, Radiant, if they're to win this one, it's going to be in a bit of a different fashion. Lina, I get it. We're seeing some mids being moved to the safe lane, you know, nowadays. But definitely a different startup with the build that they went for. They've got some stats coming out now, though. They get the bottle, and then they'll get the null out. Mid lane matchup, Invoker having the edge. We'll see if he's got the combos this game. Not one of the easiest heroes to play. We'll see how experienced this man is on Invoker. On top, Medusa's farming fine. Even with the Death and the Death Prophet, you see on the CS, Doing a lot better of time in the lane as compared to the Slark. And nicely picking up the CS up here. Which I thought might have been a bit difficult, especially with this Viper just in their faces a lot of the time. Half the siphons to be kept up. You go for the Slark, he's going to be able to jump away. If you keep it on the Viper, he'll stand his ground and just stack up the poison on you. And at least on the early levels, I mean guaranteed at least on the level 1 siphon, there's just no point really in doing it. You're going to take so much damage. Lina tried to make their way over. A bit of a long walk for the carry to make. Oh, unhappy face there. As it was an unsuccessful mission to take the bounty rune away from the Dire. Oh, no, actually, no. Maybe it was successful. Is that what he's unhappy facing? No, he didn't get it. Wind Ranger was able to take it. Well, looks like Treant had to go back to base. So Lina was left alone for a little bit. Doesn't look like that's affected her farm too much, though. She's still actually ahead of what DK is getting in this lane. Top pulls being made. And gold. The Medusa continues to be made nicely as well. I mean, Slark, if they don't have much of a start in the lane, could be tricky for them to recover. It might be very difficult for Radiant's team to really buy space for their off-lane Slark to get back into the game. You know, who's going to be the playmaker for this team? I guess you're looking at the Pangolier. A lot of weight rests on him. And he's not having the best of times in the lane. He's starting to now fall pretty significantly behind this Invoker. 22-9 against the 13-1. Invoker's doing very well. Going for the Exhort build. We've got to keep our eyes out for the global setups that they can look to join forces with the Invoker with. They do have a point in Dragon Tail. That's going to be very nice for making sure they can get the connection. And also the Shackle Shot. A couple of ways to set up for Sunstrikes. I'm already watching these two in this lane. They're both low. Both low. Wait, Trent. This is an interesting build. Arcanes into Aghanims into Radiance. I mean, he's dreaming big. I mean, we'll see if he gets to go down that road. It's definitely a bit of a different one. Radiance not really the item on anyone at the moment, let alone a Treant Protector. And Wind Ranger, just a little bit of everything. Just like, I need a little bit of move speed. Bam. I'll get the Windlace. I need a little bit of mana regen. Bam. I'll get the Sage's Mask. I need a little bit of Blades of Attack. A little bit of damage. Bam. I'll get the Blades of Attack. I need a little bit of HP regen. I get the Ring of Regen. She's got all bases covered with these little items. So, you know, you can definitely understand what's led her to this, you know, these sort of starting items. This Medusa's going to be free farming. This is already a little scary. 7 minutes in, but you've got a mid and a carry that are free farming. Oh, ambitious there with the Tornado. Doesn't have nearly enough reach to get anywhere close to the Lina. And actually, maybe I'm missing a point. Maybe, well, no, Lina is the one that was CSing, but she keeps taking a lot of moves away from the lane, which is really going to hurt her farm. I mean, I guess Treant didn't mind it too much. I mean, with the dreams, you're as big as the dreams that Treant is dreaming, you would happily hit some of the creeps. Lina not really too focused on picking up all the gold in this early game. Nice to set up onto the Dragon Knight. It's good damage, actually. With the Dragon Slave and a few right clicks, they probably have this. Oof. Stick charges. We'll keep the man safe, though. Nice effort, though. Balloons them away from the wave. Lina can get the momentum back in her favor. Top lane. And the difference in farm does continue to grow here. Triple the CS that Slark's been able to pick up from this lane matchup. The Medusa has. She's doing very, very well for themselves. And as, in a lane where, well, it's surprising as well that 8 minutes in, there's only been one death in this game, and it was just that of the support DP. That was very, very early on. See the move. The bottom sixes is going to be one we'll really see Lina try for something low on the mana. Okay, oh, clarity. Immediately gets burnt. That's going to suck. See, top play. I mean, I think when Invoker sent an illusion up here, Viper's come, Viper's there with the slug, and we did see Pango move over, so maybe Pango was expecting that may have been the real Invoker. Wasn't to be the case. Just a little bit of a move with the illusion. Ooh! Ooh, all right. There you go there. So not only sending the illusions up to create some confusion and a response, also lining up a lovely little sunstrike there across the map. Nice stuff here. Gets Dire their first kill of the game with that connection. We've got to keep our eyes on him. We've got to keep our eyes on the map. This man might keep some hot sunstrikes coming in this game. As they do have some pretty squishy heroes. The Exalt Invoker is going to be able to smash down pretty hard with the sunstrike in the early game. What's the plan? Okay, Slark's hit 6. So he's happier. Also going to be holding on to the Arcane Rune. It will be very nice for him once he heads into the jungle. Bottom lane, they've hit 6, but still mana is a problem for the leader. Got the bottle, but I think we saw sort of 2 trips in an attempt to refuel the bottle, and both were put to a stop because of the Wind Ranger being able to get there a little bit quicker and taking those runes away. Still, as we saw on the build, going for the Crystallis first. Wants to get the crit. Make sure that they can do a decent bit of damage with the Focus Fire as soon as they can. Angelier. There we go. Rolling Thunder time. Stone Gaze is going to freeze him in position. But not that he really cares too much. Actually got a second sort of hit off onto the Medusa. The Death Prophet Ghosts are out, but so's her life. Slark moves over. They bring down the DP. First exorcism from the support DP. It's not going to get anything achieved. Sometimes it's quite nice to have that as backup if Dire's ever finds themselves in a position to take an early tower. But that won't be the case there with the ult going down. We'll see him back on the mid. Good move from the Pango, though. As I said, he wasn't having as good a time as the Invoker in the mid. He's now caught up completely, actually. Looks like now he's got the levels. He's able to farm, obviously, a lot quicker with the 3 points and the shield crash and the swashbuckle. Bottom lane. Tried to go for a move with the Focus Fire, but understandably, level 1, not much damage is going to be done at all. Hasn't quite got that first item or steroid that's going to buff up the damage, DPS potential of those lesser attacks. Back in the mid, what's the build for the Panko? Maelstrom? Oh, they're getting some clarities. Clarity's out. Doesn't fancy the bottle route. Could be nice, but I guess respects the fact that his carry has a bottle. Wants to make sure that the runes will always be available for them to refuel with. Bottom tree. He's dead. Invoker's even playing ready at the opportunity to maybe pick the kill up himself globally, but as it was, DK finishes them off with the Elder Dragon form. Viper's going to come down and help out. Has hit 7 now, so not only having the maxed out Nether Toxin, but also the ultimate he wants to commit. It's like he doesn't feel that they have a chance of killing this big old dragon, so they'll let the dragon walk off. Invoker, interesting build. So he's gone for the Null Talisman, and he has a completed Hex, queued up next. And he's close to the money. Well, he's on track to get it at a good time. So no boots Hex build from this Exalt Invoker. On bottom, DK's dead. This time round, they can absolutely commit for it. Waits for the Treant to get back to the lane. They're also bringing over the Pangolier, but with the illusions coming over, that will give them the information that Pango's come down. So Dire know that there's now 4 heroes down on the bottom lane. So I don't think Invoker's going to have any interest in turning up. Yeah, he's buying it up. He's got his Mystic Staff and his Void Stone. I think this is going to be the quickest Hex I've seen in forever. I mean, you don't see this ever. A straight, basically naked Cypher Vice Rush. So smashing the records here, Invoker. At least should be on track to... Oh, okay, slows down the build. Did go back for the brown boots. So, won't be a straight rush. Is a little bit of a stop off on the boots. But it's still going to be very, very fast. Lena got coming out more. Boost of travel done. So, as we have seen, Lena's in the mid. They love to do this. Still wants to do this for the carry position. Gets the bots first. Will mean she's going to continue to have mana issues, though. It's really limiting the opportunity to capitalize on the fact that early game Laguna Blade is going to hit some of these squishy areas like the Wind Ranger very, very hard. But yeah, with no mana, she's no threat to the Wind Ranger or the DK. How's Medusa doing? She's resided in the jungle now. We'll switch over to net worth. And as we can see, yeah, her and Invoker. I mean, it's been a very fruitful laning stage for them. They've pretty much had free farm. Invoker, of course, even himself being involved in that kill that he was able to pick up nicely with the Sunstrike. Hasn't managed to do too much damage to the tower. Yep. Pango's been keeping a good hold of it with the swashbuckle. And not really too much movements outside of this bottom area for the Wind Ranger. And we saw her step away for the runes, but other than that, she's been doing her best to stay close to the DK. A DK that does seem to be using his ult off cooldown to keep the pressure up on this lane. Even though he hasn't really been able to get too many hits by looks of it actually onto the tier 1 tower. Oh, C3 goes straight for the overgrowth. Light Strike Array does clip onto the Wind Ranger, but again, with the mana as low as it is, Lena doesn't have enough spells, enough damage to actually get kills off the back of it. A little over proactive there from the Treant. They don't get anything with the ult. Lena needs a little bit more if they want to get away with that. I think she's realized now. TP's back to base. She'll refuel. She'll get herself back on the map. Maybe they'll be able to do something with that next time round.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Chrysalis is nearly done here. The rush of the Wind Ranger. And Invoker. Making moves towards that ultimate orb part of the Hex. Oh, hey, did he just go and do... He did. He did, and that wasn't even with anything else. He was just trying to hit some creeps. And Mr. Invoker lands the Sunstrike. That will bump up the funds as he gets very close towards the Hex. So I told you, I've got to watch out these health bars. He is looking to snipe some people this game with these Sunstrikes. Easy, there we go. Back in lane and with mana to play with. Wind Ranger, a very, very juicy target for the leader. Couple of connections with these spells, and she's gone mid lane. Pango! Whoa! Oh, Deafening Blast missed! Didn't matter, though. Well, that was close to being a little awkward there. I mean, he can hit his Sunstrikes, but he can't hit his Deafening Blast. You know, he's all about the trickier skills. Deafening Blast was too easy to hit. He saves his abilities for the hard stuff. Bottom. Bit of a movement from Invoker, and there we go. 16 minutes, Hex complete. The fastest one you'll see. Fastest one you'll see. We'll see what he does with it. Hex, Cold Snap, and the combo. Well, it's going to be good setup, a lot of damage. I think this mid lane's just become very, very spooky. I don't know if you want to be coming over anytime soon or getting anywhere near the Invoker. Now, the question is going to be where he goes after the Hex with the build. The idea is going to be. Oh, Pango. Trying to come in to make a play. Kind of going in circles. He's found his target now. We'll still be able to reach over. He's actually able to get the bounce onto both of them. Light Strike Array is down. They have a Laguna. Should be ready to burst this Wind Ranger. Oh! Ah, there we have it. Treant will save the day. Comes in with the Overgrowth. Makes sure that Lena can still get in to finish off the Wind Ranger once more with the Laguna Blade. Medusa's turned up, but not enough to be able to save the Wind Ranger. Of course, with the Wind Ranger already going down. Invoker's also coming in. They want to get a fight going. Here's the setup. Meatball down with the Hex. There's no escape. First Hex play coming out hot. Quite literally here with the Meatball crashing down and burning through the Pangolier. So Invoker's ready to be on the move. And I would have said with moves like this, maybe he would have gone for the bots, but we're seeing that he wants to go for the treads. So treads are complete. He's going to have Fairy's Trinket. Lovely item for his early game combo. Extra bit of damage to that. So he's got the treads and the Hex. And we may just see this man making plays. Running up and down the map. Setting up with the Hex and dropping the Meatball. How Slark's build. Shadow Blade's done. So Slark's ready to be sneaking around the map. Back down bottom. Lina, a lot of money. She herself has got the option to go for something big. We'll see Wind Ranger go for the kill with a focus fire. Living Armor's helping out a little bit. But now that the Chrysalis is done, those little bit of mini crits help out to get the kill. But Lina's actually able to pick off. So Lina did die first before Wind Ranger ends up going down. Treant was the one to get the solo XP for that. I've got to see Lina spend her money. Treant, he's still dreaming big as he's sticking to this build. Aghanims into the Radiance. That's his plan this game. I'm excited to see it. Some different item builds this game from both teams, really. And for the Invoker, it is going to be the Shard into the straight Refresher. So he loves his hexes and he loves his meatballs. He's coming in from the back. Set up with the Tornado. Meatballs down. Hex as well, but backup's there. Oh, and he's in a bit of a dangerous position. Pango's struggling with the controls, though. Can't quite wrap around to get the perfect bounce back. So Invoker able to walk away from a situation where he looked very likely to be dead. Fortunate for him there that the Pango just couldn't find the right angle to turn into to keep him permanently controlled. Sunstrikes are coming out. Was predicting someone stepping back down the lane, but it won't be there. Nobody's running straight down. They actually head over towards the shop. Arcane Boots and the Dragon Lark's done. Slark's going back for the Echo Saber. Pango did finish the Maelstrom, so some good AoE wave clear damage with the Swashbuckle. Do so. Ready to sort of dive the tower. They're still keeping 4 heroes up here on Dire. I mean, same to be said for Radiance. 4v4 here at the moment. Both teams, they've got the DK on the mid for Dire, getting some space, going for the AC after the Blade Mail. The bottom lane, Treant just still dreaming about the carry life. Dreaming about these big, beautiful items that he wants to get done. Slark steps up. Nearly straight up dies there. Able to get the Shadow Blade off in time. Sunstrike. Ooh. Close. I don't think it would have killed him. It certainly would have hurt. It's very, very close to getting the hit onto him. As now the push comes in top. This time round with the Exorcism, they're going to be able to do some damage. Pango, actually, he's got his Rolling Thunder back up. So he's ready to chase. He knows the DP is pretty low. He'll get one round in. He's coming around with the old circle to see if he can get on top of her again, but he can't do so. And now the combo's out. Slark steps back in with the Shadow Blade, but the sentries are down, and Invoker's prepared with the Hex. A Slark won't have a chance to re-enter this fight. They've got to keep running. See a Shackle Shot available again in a second, but disarms there, and they will stop Dire from diving in further. Slark's got to be careful. You see the sentries here. Dire have got this area like triple sentry. So Shadow Blading into their neighborhood is not a good idea. Especially when this Invoker is going to be quick on the fingers with his Hex. 20 minutes have passed, so Shard will be on its way out for Invoker. He'll have that very much ready for the next move. So you've got to watch out with the triple meatballs. He's going to have that whole area of the fight covered. He's ready to come down bottom straight away. Sunstrike setup is perfect. Yeah, Breathe Fire will do it. Some swift combos from the Invoker. High five as well. Keeps the morale good here between the teammates. Invoker's very, very quick to make those plays. Wind Ranger. Oh, they want to chase. Oh, here we go with the Rolling Thunder. Oh, never mind. They didn't need it. He's struggling with his driving controls here. Might need to retake his test. You don't want to be near this man on the road. Might end in a bit of a crash. It's early days, just warming up as well, you know. Getting the Rolling Thunder sorted out. He'll start hitting them soon, don't worry. Get the D-Ward job finished off here, Invoker. And Pango's got his blink, so now he won't. Now he'll find it very easily to jump on top of the targets. Vote? Is he just got another one? He has. All right. And the Slark. Oh, that was close. No. Oh, nice. Again, he's trying with these Sunstrikes. Some nice predictions. It isn't enough to get them. Bottom lane. Wind Ranger will go down. Windrun not quite back in time. So 1-for-1 across the map. I'm just watching these Sunstrikes. He gets so close to hitting them every single time. One time soon, he's going to be able to land it blind on this Slark with how much he's trying. It's only inevitable build at this stage. And Medusa's farm looking Manta and Dragon Lance. Very, very good. I mean, they still hold both of the top spots here for Dire. Lena, where's the money going? It's going for the BKB. Or at least it looked to be that, but she is now holding off on finishing it, maybe considering other alternatives with the Mithril Ham and the Ogre Club. That could be the case.
I'll take that.
There's the towers. It looks pretty good here. So, I mean, definitely some more healing to be done by the Treant if he wants to keep them even safer. That's been gone upon down bottom. What's the Invoker got? With the Hex and the Cold Snap. Meatballs down. That should be the damage. Nice angle on the Deafening Blast, pushing back the two of them. Won't get out alive, though. Pango, this time, is able to respond. Make sure that the Invoker doesn't get away with the kills. Rolling Thunder's up. Prophet trying to chase the Lena down, but the Pangolier ult will hold them back. He has got to make sure he rolls out of this one. There's still 3 here. Oh, Lena reaches back in with the Laguna. Will actually be able to finish off the Death Prophet. After a good few bounces around there by the Pangolier. Slark's come in. Wind Ranger's diving deep. She's got the Wind Run to try and escape, but the Swashbuckle reach and damage will do it. Kill her off. 3 dead there on the bottom lane. Radiant holding off for the push for now. Dire's going to have to back off somewhere else.
Dire's top tower.
Top lane. Viper enjoying a little bit of alone time. Treant. He's making good time on the Aghanims. Like, we're going to see an early Aghs. His farm, you know, it's not crazy, but I can't imagine he's really spending too much on anything else for the team here. This man wants to get his Aghs done as soon as he can. Slark's gone for the Diffusal Blade rather than the Echo Saber build. He did have it queued up early, but it looks like he's favoured the mana burn. And understandably so, very highly worth of this game for a multitude of reasons. Obviously against the Medusa, the mana burn is highly effective. Against some of these heroes as well. No tail! What up, sir? Later. I'll play it. That's what I do for you guys here on the Herald cast. I turn down party invites from TI winners. Anyway, back down bottom. They're going to try and get in for this Treant Protector. See what they could do. I mean, they could set up with the Overgrowth. He's got level 2 Laguna and a BKB. Let's see if they can fight. I mean, there's 3 heroes though. It's going to be scary. Invoker's got his full combo. He's level 18 himself. What? Not playing Slark. She's speedy. I mean, this support DP, they're also building up for the big time. They're building up for the big time. Aghanims after the boots of travel. Oh, Medusa. Looks like okay, she's getting the Scardy for sure. And Diffusal's nearly done. Things have calmed down a little bit. I'm an Invoker. Ooh. Well, that's it. Very, very dead. Lena. Instant Hex there. Leave it. Wow, she gets the BKB off, but it's all too late. All too late. I'll go for the tower top. Slark. It's going to start things on the Medusa, but Stone Gaze is available, and Death Prophet's going to be ready to swing back round soon. Ghosts are still up. I have to be a bit careful that the heals aren't coming in quite yet. Oh, Slark. Nearly dies. Sunstrike. Oh, it's close. But again, doesn't get the hit. They'll keep finishing this off. She'll heal up from the Ghost. Pan goes in. It'll roll up and look to chase him down. See if he can kill the Death Prophet. I mean, another hit with the roll. Oh, the Jukes. Ah, he's surely... Oh, he's missed it. Oh, and he get the Jukes. Oh, and the Jukes. Oh, no. Oh, he gets the kill. It's fine. But some good jukes there from the Death Prophet. She was running circles around the Pangolier. Oh, man. But she's dead. You know, Pango's like, nothing to see here. She's dead. I had her all along. Never was worried. But definitely got to watch out for that. I mean, that's one of the pluses of getting boosted travel on your supports. You are that extra little bit speedy. So, you know... Pango's not going to have an easy time turning into you and taking you down.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Aghanim's nearly done for our tree. So the map's going to light up. And then he can begin his Radiance Dream. Ranges into Orchid. So building a little utility for the team with the silence. But supporting duties very much heavily resting on the Viper, who's got a Dragon Lance and a Maelstrom. So they don't really do support, really, on their Radiance lineup. That's not something that's happening. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's a different approach. It's a novel approach. Who actually was spending up money on the sentries? Who's buying these? Who's that? The tree. Yeah, it's tree. Okay, Tree is still buying some sentries. He's still buying the sentries.
Tower is under attack.
So he's not going full greed. He's making sure they've got enough. There we go. BKB from the Lina. If she wants to go for this skill. She honestly could probably have that. She got a little bit scared by the fact that the DK popped the blade mail. Didn't feel like she could finish him off. Again, big fan of just saving up the money and going for the big items straight up. She's got 3,000 gold, good to go. She's out of the bottom lane. I mean, they're doing a good job of holding these towers. And Treant is healing them. Sure, top went down, but tier 1's fully healed. The bottom lane is also pretty much fully healed as well. The combo comes out from the Invoker. The tree can't live through that. And with the tree gone, DP wants to wants to get in and get these ghosts going to work on this tower. Are these level 2 ghosts? Yeah, she's level 2. Yeah, they are level 2 ghosts. Viper's going to be in to try and stop the push. And it will work. Mid lane, Lina is pushing in aggressively, and her BKB is on cooldown. Oh my goodness, she was going deep there, right down the lane up until the tier 2. No BKB and no backup. Nobody was ready to help her out in that sort of position. She can't go to hit towers like that, I'll tell you that one. That's never going to end happily for the Lina. Invoker. If he got any way out of this, he'll get the meatballs out, but the damage has been done. No cleanup to be had here either for the Dire, as Slark and Viper are out to safety. Medusa, DP, and DK, they'll focus on the tower push. Nearly are going to have the Dragon form back up in 25 seconds. I shouldn't need it for this tower, though. Well, I should say that it looks like Radiant are going to try and defend. Pango's got Rolling Thunder. High on the levels as well, level 21. So, definitely something to get going here. At least Pango feels that there is. As in he goes. And easy connection this time round. He's having no struggle. Hitting pretty much the entirety of the 3 of them. We'll blink off to the side. Slark's going to look to finish off the DP. He'll get it. Stone Gaze will freeze the Pango in his tracks for now. And the Lina. But the mana's low. Medusa's going to start melting if Slark's able to get their hands in onto them. He'll look towards the DK instead. Medusa's still trying to threaten the 4. But with the mana as low as it is, she has to get back underneath the tower. They'll chase down, kill off the DK, bring this wave in. They'll be able to try for tier 1 themselves. Mid lane, Treant. He's got the axe. He's ready to start letting down the eyes of the forest. Wind Ranger will try and make a go for him, but she won't be able to keep chasing. Lina's also TPing over towards the creep wave, so Wind Ranger's got to be careful. She's got to run. Good use of the bots here. Lina coming over to make sure they continue to push back the Wind Ranger and do as much as they can whilst the Death Prophet and the Dragon Knight are dead. They'll look to the tier 2 mid. Pango is going to find Medusa in the trees. Slark does die off to the side. Looks like Invoker was able to swing in and catch him with the Hex combo. Pango's ready to roll in. Is the rest of his team ready to offer up much? That's the question. Lina's watching from the side. Right, but the ghosts are out, and Lina, she has got BKB and Shadow Blade. So she's hard to catch. Well, I say that, though. She pops the Shadow Blade, but steps back in range of the sentry. She's up to the high ground, trying to get away from the vision that they have, but the Siphons are coming in. Living Armor does bail her out for now.
Dire's middle tower is under
She's got to find some safe way back to her half of the map. As she will. Ooh, into the trees she goes. Oh, wow, if that's a full damage power shot, that probably would have killed her. She's okay. She'll be out of there. Stays close. 33 minutes, 16 to 14. Very, very close to the action. Medusa's got her Aghanims on top of the Manta and the Dragon Lance. Actually, going for the Aghanims before the Skadi, which I did presume when I saw the point booster coming. How's he doing on his refresher? It is done. There we go. 33 minutes in. Hex refresher Invoker is ready to play. I wonder if he'll get the agonies. I mean, he's been very good with Sunstrikes. Very proactive with the Sunstrikes. But you've got to, you know, if you've had the refresher, you want to see the Cataclysm. You know, so much more potential to get that much more value out of the refresher orb as an Invoker. DD rune. I got a heart here on Pango. He went for the beef. He went for the Maelstrom into the heart. DK doing a bit of shopping, but he's maybe taking a little too long. He's left his courier here. Slark's going to start going for the Dragon Knight. Blade Mail, it's gonna scare the Slark, actually. He backs right off as soon as the Blade Mail comes out. Elder Dragon form popped as well, but he's going to need more to come over and help him here, the DK, as the Overgrowth's out. Viper Strike coming in. Invoker will try and cover him with the Tornado, but the magical damage from the Viper is too much as DK dies. The Meeples are out. It's killing Slark through the Invis. Pops the Shadow Dance, but the AoE damage burns the Slark down. The Rolling Thunder's coming from the Pango, but he can't quite clip the Wind Ranger a second time. He'll swing back across both the Medusa and the Death Prophet. Invoker continues to push back Viper and Lina. Nature's Graph catches the Invoker for now. Got another round of the Hex. And Radiant's punching back pretty good as Dire are starting to fall low. If we can get this Medusa, she's out of mana. Lina and Pango absolutely looking to chase. Blink forward. Pango's going to keep this one going. Medusa, she's dead for sure. Shield Crash comes in from the Pango. Death Prophet's low. Laguna flies out from the Lina. As they punch back their Radiant. Dire getting a little ahead of themselves. Feeling they could chase them down. Was not to be. Radiant will deal with them. Take the fight. A little bit of extra control as well from this Pangolier. You know, he's up there with the same farm that the Medusa's got. This is a very, very fun Pangolier. Level 23, Rod of Atos on top of the Blink Heart Maelstrom. And he's just getting the catch here on the Invoker by the looks of it. He's in. Invoker turns with that. Oh, the double meatballs. That's a lot of damage. And he's out with the Ghost Walk. I think he's going to live. And they've fell so low here. Viper's taking hits from the tower. I mean, you can't underestimate the double meatballs. Two sets of them coming out there around the tower, and Radiant's dive attempt is punished completely. Oh, hey, look at that Shackle. Sunstrike, but they're not feeling that they can commit. Did have the focus fire, but I guess understanding with the Shadow Dance, you're not going for the Slark right now. He'll always be able to slip away, break away. DK's nearly got his Aghanims. What we got with the Death Prophet's Aghanim status? Yep, very close to being done. Lina finished off the full Silver Edge. And, oh, the Radiant Stream is dead. The Radiant Stream is dead for our lad here on the Treant. He's queued up the Blade Mail instead. Still a bit of a different alternative way to build the Treant, but not quite as literally flashy as the glorious Radiance could be. So no Radiance tree today. At least not yet. Still time. There's still ways to go. Maybe the Blade Mail's just a bit of a stopping point in his build. Lina. She's got the Silver Edge. Oh, that Sentry though. Oh! Wind Ranger comes in, drops the Sentry, immediately spots out the Lina with it, and Lina takes about 2/3 of her HP. She's got to run. The combo comes out with the Overgrowth and the Pango, but Pango's just going in circles around them. Does manage to catch the Wind Ranger as she tries to back off in the rest of the team. The EMP's down. That's going to be a dead Treant, surely, as the Ghost finally finish him off. Pango's ult comes to an end. Slark's going to move in over towards the Death Prophet, chasing her down. The Siphon is healing her up. Shadow Dance, she tries to commit, but the Meatball catches him on the right, and Death Prophet's able to live. He gets away from the Slark. Now they can turn back over. Radiant, they're still trying to fight. 3 versus 3 here, but Lina's low. Invoker comes in from the side with the Hex, but the silence is there from the Mindbreaker. Pango stops the follow-up combo for now from the Invoker, so Lina's going to be fine. Stone Gaze will freeze the Pango in position. EMP's laid down, but a Swashbuckle out to the side gets him to safety. He'll turn with the Gleipnir. Thinks about jumping back in with the Shield Crash, but the Shackles caught his Viper. Viper's out. Medusa being fully focused. The disarm from the Pango's limiting her potential to turn things around. As Lina, she's kicking back hard as well. Jump forward from the Pango, slams down the Medusa behind the tier 2 tower, and he's not done yet. He's got his eyes over towards the Wind Ranger. Gleipnir stops the TP. Pango cleans up the fight. As Pango, you know, he's quite the player here. He's rolling all over the place, but he is doing it. You may say what you want, but he's doing it. 9, 2, and 7 tips coming out for the lad. Level 26 off the back of that fight. Lina. Hasn't got quite enough mana. Still right-clicks hard, but there's a Hex. Oh, Pango! Here's the backup. He's ready to help out. Doesn't quite have enough mana to kill off the Invoker, so Invoker will live. Oh, I said he's ready to roll. The intention's there. He's going in. He's going in. He's going out. He's going out. Beat, retreat. Time to back off. But he's trying to incite terror into the enemy here, this Pangolier. Making sure that he's unpredictable. They don't know what to expect from the Pangolier. You got to get away from him. You see this man roll, you're leaving the server. You got to get away. He is uncontrollable, highly volatile. Now, going for the Roshan. They don't know what to do. What's the plan here? I see Invoker. He likes to press the buttons. He's going to get the Nullifier. So he'll have the full sort of combo to lock people down with the Refresher Hex, Refresher Nullifier. Nearly level 25 too. Lena's pushing out alone. Little Hex will spell the end of her life. I'm pretty sure she has got BKB and she'll pop it, but it's too late. All but too late. She goes down, but space was made. Space was made, as she'll tell you. Rest of the team's into the roast pit. They finish it off. Slark's got an Aegis ready for the next move. Also pretty much has the BKB. Pangolier, lots of money. Can't wait to see what this madman comes up with next. Honestly, with his willingness to just roll in, maybe just an Aghanims for himself. Maybe he wants to get something else that buffs up the swashbuckles even more. Basher, of course, also very nice. But may feel that he has enough control with the Gleipnir alone. Take it. Oh, a little cheeky there, taking the tongues when he's level 26. But we'll allow it. And yeah, he's going to pick up the Ags for himself. Tree. You gotta look at this map. Tree's setting up so much great vision for Radiant. They're having a really clear image of what's coming out from Dire. Pango, you can feel it. He's already ready to go again. He's DP top. You could definitely go for this one. He's hiding. Can TP out. Looks like they won't check for her in the trees. Another shard on Viper. That'll be nice for the tower pushing. They still got a few to take. Tier 2's still up on the side. Dire's gearing up for a fight here, though. Ready to hold the high ground. If Radiant do dare approach. I mean, they have Aegis on Slarks. They will feel tempted. He's going to start things off. BKB straight away. We'll go for the Wind Ranger, but she's away with the Wind Run. Needs to find a new target. Pan goes in with a blink. Roll forward, and he's ready to go for more. He's over towards the backlands, towards the Invoker. Slark trying to finish off the Wind Ranger, but he can't stay on top. Wind Ranger turns with a power shot. That's Slark down the once. Overgrowth comes in. Hex, though, is onto the Pangolier. Pangolier's in trouble. The second round of the combo comes over the Invoker. He takes out the Pangolier. The meatballs burning through the Slark off to the side of the fight as well. That shard of the Invoker catching him from all angles. And now with a further tornado, they're going to be ready to close in onto the Viper as well. As Viper's surrounded, Lena's still playing around with the Invoker in the river, but she's got to be cautious. I mean, there's temptation from the Invoker to maybe even catch her as well. If they take the fight, Pango's just dealt with too well. They can't quite get the team fight combo together this time. And as we're seeing there, the overwhelming damage from the double combo that this Invoker can throw out in the AoE, it's just too much for them to deal with right now. BKB was, obviously pelt very, very early that fight by the Slark. After that, he had nothing to protect himself. And now it's time to push. Now it's time to push. Tier 2, goodbye. Right, Tier 2, they're hunting in the trees. Invoker They found the tree. They knew he was trying to be a little sneaky. And again, the meteor's out. Invoker gets another kill. 15, 2, and 8. I was got Lena. Wait, was that a what? Wait, what? Oh no, it's Death Prophet. Okay, Death Prophet brought back because Lena was actually starting to poke at the towers in the mid lane. She's gonna swing over, get the Satanic done. So Lena even more buffed up. Still, towers are an issue. Tier 1 still standing 44 minutes in due to the Treant and his living armor. I mean, Treant's been doing a very, very good job of holding the map very strong here for the Radiant. And Creep Wave, it's not in a position to push with whatsoever. So even though Radiant took a bit of a battering in that last fight, they're going to be okay. Slark, he can definitely start going for this one. There we go. No BKB on this man, just a Blade Melon and AC. He's tanky, but he doesn't have the ability to walk away and break himself out of a combo like that one. Another permanent asset shift start for the Slark, starting to get those built up. Where will they go now? Slark. He's got his BKB ready to go. Butterfly's done on the Medusa. They don't have any True Strike yet on Radiant. I mean, Slark's really doing his best, working with all the information that's being given to him. Alright. Invoker looking for some combos. And again, he's... Ooh! Oh, it's so low! It wasn't enough this time. I mean, Heart doing the work there. That extra bit of strength and HP. Nice try with the predict, but it's not going to get him. I mean, the Heart was pretty good pickup in that sense. He wouldn't be living. He wouldn't be living through that without it. And he's going back for the BKB next, Pango. So once he has the BKB in the Heart, Invoker is, unless he can get the double Hex to open up, I think Pango lives through most of the combos. Pango's going to be able to get the roll off. He could also, of course, get the Shard, which is also going to be very nice to help keep him alive against the magic that comes out from Invoker. And then he has the Ags, so we'll have the 2 rounds, the Cataclysm, which we did expect to see. Just not necessarily the order that you'd normally expect, really, from the Invoker build, but, whatever. It's working for him very nicely this game. Pango. He's got Slark by his side. Slark, instantly gets silenced and hexed. They had the sentry down. They see him. Slark doesn't get a chance to react at all. As Slark goes down, Exorcism's out. Dire, they'll be very happy to keep taking this fight as they're in on top of the Viper. He's pretty tanky, but he won't be able to live through all of this. Death Prophet is even trying to block off the escape of the Pangoliers. Another round of the Hex comes into the meatball. Dire's coordination there, perfect. And Slark, he's just got to be a bit more prepared for them seeing him when he tries to lead him with the Invis. Buyback will come out from the Pangolier. See if that's going to be enough to stop the push, as with the overwhelming pushing power they have, they can deal with any amounts of living armor that's been put onto these towers. They have the Aghanims, Black Dragon, they have the Exorcism. Pango's going to roll in and try and stop them, and their fortification popped as well. Did buy back for this, though. Has to make sure at the end of his roll that he's far enough away to get out of there, unless they feel that they can kill. Lena's put the BKB. Looks like she wants to try and take this fight, but she can't. She can't. BKB's pop, but she can't commit onto them. Pango's already backed off. He knows that he has to play careful with his buyback expended. Roshan, well, still a bit of a time before he's back up. There's the longer respawn. It's not that longer, actually. It's this one. 2 minutes. How's the blink catch for Dire? Not too great. Really just down to people walking in range of the Hex or walking in range of the Shackle shot. No blink initiators on the lineup. With the build that the DK's gone for, more tanky. Very tanky, in fact. With his Heart coming out on the courier. He's going to be close to 5,000 HP with an insane amount of armor. And we do see a lot of builds in Herald do end up going for the recipe first. Oh, that's a dead Wind Ranger. Maybe more if the Pango wants to roll around into this. He's got his eyes on the Death Prophet. Oh, I say that, though. He's kind of avoiding it. He wants to make his way back over towards the heroes in the mid. Slark trying to get in from an angle at the side. He's going to start going in onto the Invoker. First Hex is there. Deafening Blast and the Meatballs follow up a second round of the Meatballs and the Deafening Blast. He's got the BKB to counter it, though, Slark. Slark continues to try and stay on target, and with the overgrowth from the tree, he'll manage to do so. They bring down the Invoker. As his BKB and Shadow Dance used, though, so may struggle to go for more himself. As they're pushing in onto them, Dire, Pangolier, controlled by the fear. The stun out on the two of them. A great damage here with a brief fire. Slark, he's got to have a little bit more of a chance there with the Depth Shroud of the Shard. Roll back up from the Pangolier. As he's on the retreat, the Ghost, of course, still biting through that ult. The physical damage that they do. He tries to go for the Medusa at this angle in the river, but it's too much physical damage coming through his ult. He still dies. Like Net, Viper tries to go for the DP, but they've got to watch out for this dragon. This dragon's just going to kill everybody. Slark's backing over towards the Medusa. She put the Manta style. Shadow Dance is back up. They're both so low. Slark really wants to finish up these kills, but Medusa's juking him around the tree line, and Slark knows he can't commit. Let's die, and they'll come out slightly on top. 3k gold. He's at the lead, and not quite losing some of these heroes to the Slark. I mean, it was close. Slark was nearly able to clean up two big kills. They play her towards the edge and they keep it safe. You see the farm here. Lena's got enough to get that Lincoln Sphere done. So it has a real solid way to respond against the Hex plays that the Invoker's trying for. Medusa's finished up her next item. Daedalus is complete. So the damage that she'll be doing is pretty ridiculous in these fights. More Lincoln Spheres actually. Wind Ranger wants to get one for herself over the other side. There we go. Might be able to get this. This coming to an end soon. Invoker and Medusa are here. They'll go for the Wind Ranger. The Wind Run will save her though. And the Lina and Slark, they'll have to back away from that attempt. Not a fight to be had there. It is a little scary watching the fact that Medusa doesn't seem to want to use a mana shield. That might catch her out later. Oh, dust! They know they're around. What have they got to get out of there? They are very, very fast with the boots of travel. A little too fast for these two heroes to catch up with. Let's just hope for Dire's sake, Medusa does put that shield back on for the next fight. Got it. Has to be careful. It's very easy to get caught without... Actually, it's not very easy to get caught without it on because you just put it on, you leave it on. But, you know, it happens. All right, it happens. It happens. Hey, Roshan time. Why not? DD, get the DD. I don't see it. Someone's gonna see it. Someone's gonna spot this though. Someone's gonna spot the DD. Viper. They want to interrupt it. Oh, there we go. Slark with the DD. What can he do? He's going in. It's so low. Can he pick up anything? Oh, Die gets the kill. Aegis is on the floor. DK's able to pick it up in time. DK is able to pick it up, but the Death Prophet has died. Shadow Dance from the Slark as he commits in onto the Lord Medusa. Rolling forward here with the Thunder. Pango locking them down, allowing the Slark to continue to go to work. Slark popped the BKB, but backing off a little bit. Still scared of approaching Medusa, approaching the high ground. To the DK, but DK with the heart and the AC is so incredibly tanky. Lena's trying to wrap around from the side. Still watching in. Medusa's completely out of mana as it is, so she will fall quickly. And Slark can get their hands on him, and Slark's going to get round. We're in on towards the Medusa. The damage coming out from this Lena a lot as there's no escape. Medusa out of the game. 2 minutes. Time to push. As Wind Ranger, they're trying to fight though. I mean, of course, the Dragon is still very strong. But Slark, he could look to just put up stack after stack. Blade Mail's pop. Slark wants to hold back. Rolling Thunder's good to go for another round. As this Dragon is controlled, they're going to be able to take him out once. They might just be able to do it a second time. We've got 34 temporary stacks built up onto the Slark, and he has Shadow Dance. No reason to not go again. The Cataclysm comes out, but not in a way that really threatens anyone too much. as they'll keep going. Look for the DK. Tornado holds back the majority of them. Slark still trying to chase. The DK's so low, they will surely get him. They do. The Hex comes out as well as the Meatball. A second round. Slark, he's burning. The combo comes in. The Shackle Shot connection's there. Slark died. Cena. Let's go straight up towards the high ground. I mean, they do have 3 heroes taken down from Dire. It's just Invoker and Wind Ranger with the defense. But good moves from the Invoker, catching Slark with that fantastic combo that he has been nailing every single time. And maybe that's enough. With no Slark, no Viper, do they really want to go high ground? Well, the answer from Pango is definitely yes. He's trying to get the ultimate off. Oh, he's dead. A little too much to deal with there. The Nullifier, the Cold Snap, the Focus Fire. He just can't get it off. He can't roll out to safety. He ends up dying under the tower, and that will, without a doubt, put a stop to any push that Radiant's going to be able to do whilst Dire's down a DK and a Medusa. Dire's base is going to be fine. Going to be fine. For now. We are 55 minutes in. 55 minutes in. Anything can happen. 4k gold in it. The map very similarly maintained. Both teams, they've got the tier 3s. The only difference on the structures is that Radiant still have a tier 2 bottom. Other than that, the base situation is similar. Radiant Vision, we'll have a look. I don't want to break the game. What am I doing? Let's have a look. This is what Radiant see. Pretty good. Straight down mid. Good coverage around the Roche and the river. And their whole its middle center of the map is pretty much impossible for the Dire to make plays around.
Oh my, this is good.
And of course, Treat, he's going to keep going with that. Oh, and the Radiant stream is back on. You got the Blade Mail stopped off for an Octarine. Now he's ready to watch the world burn. If he gets there. Wait, who dropped the Agnum Shard? What's going on? Wait, what? Agnum Shard. Who dropped what? What? Agnum Shard? Oh. Nobody wants it. No, take the Agnum Shard! Why the... Yeah, okay. She is. It's all good. There we go. She got it. Yeah, she got it. Figured it out. Boom. Beautiful. Agnum Shard. Medusa. Stepping up their game even more now. Pretty terrifying. DK going for the second heart. I like it. Why not? Just beef up as big as you can. This man's going to have HP for days. With 2 hearts and an AC. It's going to be very, very tanky. Still, though, if the momentum of the fight swings in favor of the Slark, then he is going to be chomping on that DK rather happily. Rather happily. He's going for the Octarine. Coming close to the 60 minutes. And yeah, neither team has lost a tier 3 yet. Both bases are pretty much intact. Who's going to go to the base? Who's going to be the first to push? Waiting for Roche. Might be the plan, or at least waiting for the 60-minute items. You're this close. You're this close, so why not? Why not? You get to this glorious moment of the game, you're like, you know, you want the relish in every possible moment that's yet to come. Because now is when you get to see the good stuff, the late stuff. Ghosts are out. Running with the Thunder. The rest of the team going to be able to get over in time. Wind Ranger's in the river. Slark's going to try and make a bit of a go for this. Lena off the mark with the combo. In fact, well, Wind Ranger turns with the Focus Fire. Forces Slark to pop the Shadow Dance. Not the fight that Radiant wanted to get started. But it is Exorcism used by the Death Prophet. So at least something to be said for Radiant's benefit out of that trade. And also Stone Gaze coming out and not achieving anything at all. So a couple of ults from Dire. The Exorcism being the longer one. And look at this DK. 6,395 HP. 48 armor. He is massive. But that is a bit of a... Hit him! Get those essence shift stacks, man. Come on. I mean, I feel like you just want to keep hitting. Imagine all the stacks this man could get. But he's a little scared. Jump forward to the side. They've got the thunder, but Slark just wants to watch. I guess he's just really waiting for that perfect time to go in, but now he's been the one that's been found. Hex comes out. Refresher. Hex. Double meatballs. He's gone. Slark's just got to be a little less hesitant when he sees opportunities like that earlier in the fight and trying to hide in places that they're just able to find him. And now he's dead for 90 seconds. He is, not got the money for buyback. Not got the money bought up on the Scardy. Wow. See how they can hold the base. They do have the Thunder, the Overgrowth. They've got good AoE, but the push is strong. Less than 10 seconds till the Elder Dragon forms up. 30 seconds until the Ghost. There'll still be a bit of a window where they can push for the Exorcism, and Slark won't quite be back. And now with the Thunder. Overgrowth, we'll see if they go for the... focus the majority of the spells on the Invoker. But Invoker, he's fine. He's able to break his way out of this. Pango's trying their best to finish them off, but the Shackle's out, catching the Viper and the Tree, and Viper's dead. Pango's trying to get back in, but the Cold Snap, Nullifier, Meatballs, and the Deafening Blast pushback should render this Pango dead. And Lena will put the BKB, but Stone Gaze freezes them. They are back away with the hidden the capabilities of the Invis of the Silver Edge. The rest of the team's sort of dying. She turns back in. Medusa is very low. Cataclysm's out. And we have buyback from the Treant, but dies in onto the high ground now. They're ready to push. They're ready to take this tier 3. Slark's back up in 5 seconds. We'll see how much DK is going to care. Living armor. It's a little bit of a slowdown. Not something that they're going to be too phased about whatsoever. Push continues. Slark. Oh, Medusa needs to get the mana shield on. Hasn't got the mana shield on. Okay, they have now. Mana shield is on. They're going to be okay. They're going to try for the TP out. They've had enough, and they'll make it out. They'll leave the fight. See Invoker diving in deep. The Meatballs might just cause the death of the Treant. He's going to live through this one. He is. Gets the living armor off in time. He'll be okay, but the base, it's not. Diet, they get the mid-racks. They get out. Already top lane. Death Prophet's been able to bring this in. Popping the Ghost. She wants to keep going, but she's very low on the HP. Lena will definitely have something to say about this, as those Ghosts will come to a swift ending. Oh. Catch an Invoker. What's Invoker got? Does he want to try and self the kill? It's been dusted. Diffusal slow. Hex in play, but the Dark Pack removes it. He's back over with the Pounce. He's got Halberd. What more does he have? He has Refresher if he wants to go for Refresher play. Slark staying on top of him with the Shadow Dance. He'll turn. Need to get the help here from the Dragon Knight with that Dragon Tail stun. The Meatballs are down as well as the Deafening Blast. Slark, he tried to chase for the kill, but he's dead again. Invoker really just ruining Slark's every attempt to go for these kills. He just can't get them. Invoker handling the Slark completely. Our bottom lane's being brought over. They're ready to go for another tier 2. The rest of the team, they will finally end the Invoker. Pangolier and Lena catch him on the way back out. Slark dead for 70. Treant. Dreams of the Radiance continue, but it's not quite there yet. If they can slow this push down. And the Overgrowth, the Rolling Thunder. Lena coming in from the side. Catching up the two of them with the stun. Windranger just gets ripped apart. Again, good bounces here with the Rolling Thunder this time round. Stone Gaze and a walk away from the Medusa. As DK will be left. Medusa should be fine, but Radiant, they bring a fight. They're not able to save the tier 2 tower. It does go down, so the 2 further sets of racks exposed and ready for Dire to try and push it against. Pangolier, what was his plans after all of this? The acronyms. 3k gold, yet to see next moves. And Lena, I mean, she's got all the money. Look at this, 10,399 400 gold on Lena. She could buy whatever she wants. The slot's filling up. Still hasn't gone for the Blessing of the Laguna Blade, but understandably she's not too fussed about them. She's more about the right-click build. And Pango, he'll go for the solo Roche. Slowly but surely. The rest of Radiant don't seem to be too interested in helping out. They're ready to go down mid. We are seeing those tier 5 items come into play. Apex is going to be taken by the Viper. And let's see what sort of push they can go for. No DK, no Wind Ranger. 30 seconds and above. Oh. Ghosts are out. Lina kind of walking back and forth. Not quite sure what the plan is here. The exorcism out. It looks like it's been enough to stop Radiant from pushing. Pango and Slark will continue to finish this. And Slark, this ag should be his. Pango, of course, already with one. Does he want it? He does. Takes the ags. We'll use it. And cheese. Okay, no one wants the cheese. Nope, no one wants the cheese. Anyway, back over in the fight. Apologies, Mr. Treant getting taken out. Looks like he may have been hiding in the trees. They find him. Oh, Viper. Pango's low on mana. Needs to refuel if he wants to play around with the rolls again. No cheese, no cheese. It happens. I mean, we've seen it happen in pro games. You know, sometimes people just forget the cheese. They just forget that cheese. We'll see if anyone else gets their hands on it. It has been left there. Now, DK going back for an SNY. Really the standard 65th minute item. Back in the day, it might have been when you had the Trident. Of course, the Trident no longer in this game. It was definitely an appealing one. No chance of a Trident. Big right-click items coming in though. Does she want the Desolator for herself? I think she does. Oh boy, that is a hard-hitting Lina. Stygian Desolator. Top of the already stacked build. Going for Silver Edge as well on the Slark. What else was... Ooh! There we go! Rapier time. Wait, she sold... She sold the Scardy. I mean, I guess, okay, but... I still... Yeah, it's a big item to get rid of. The Scardy is nice, but... I guess you're trusting on a team to keep the control and lock them down. But does definitely make it a fair bit squishier losing those stats. Opting for the Rapier over Scardy. Well, let's see how it works out for them. Be quite vulnerable. Around the bottom lane they go. In the triangle they sit. Getting closer to one another here. Could be a bit of a clash down bottom. Depends how scared Radiant are. I mean, they may see the Rapier of the Medusa and feel that it's a little too much for them. Oh. Tango's gone. First time round. You going to get any sort of assistance? Doesn't look like it. He's got the BKB, though. Roll up in time. He's getting out to the side. They're thinking about fighting. Climb near onto the three of them. He'll crash back across once more the Pangolin. Well, with a blink out. Get back to safety. I mean, it's still, even with the roll, he has to be aware that with the Daedalus and the Rapier, a few hits from the Medusa really will hurt him. The Arcanist. What's the Ex Machina? I'm Ex Machina. Look at this man's armor now. Even more armor. Oh boy. And when he's level 30, he's going to have even more armor. He's got so much armor with that plus 20 from the Arcanist. Right, here we go. Defense time. Pan goes in with the Thunder. He goes the route. Response will be there with a fortification from Radiant. Slark's going to look for his target. Who does he want to go for? He wants to go for the Invoker, but they get instant Shackle and Hex. Oh, he's dead for 100. He keeps trying to go for this Invoker, but it's just not working out for him. It's not working out for him. They catch him immediately. And now he's... Yeah, no Slark for 90. Pango. Try and 1v1 here with it. Wow, okay, a lot of damage coming out. Look at this damage from the Lina and the Viper. There's DK Oh, he's dead. They get the DK meatballs. Oh, the living armor. Oh, they're going to save him. He's going to be fine. He's back to the base. He's okay. The living armor saves the Pango. The Rack's not in quite a greater position, though. Light Striker Ray comes down, but the Stone Gauge is there. Bounce back with the Snake. Medusa's going to be refueled on the mana front. Pango's ready to roll in. He's ready to chase. But the Stone Gauge once more freezes him in position. Medusa turns. Look at this damage. Look at this damage. He's just dead. But, oh, Medusa. Medusa's dead. Oh, it's a rapier. There's a rapier. Somebody get the rapier. Somebody pick the rapier. There's rapier on the floor. Save the rapier. They're able to save it. They're going to be able to save it. They're going to be able to save it. They're working out to pick it up. They can't pick it up. They've got to... Oh, she picked it up and she dies because the leader's just killing them all. They're panicking with the rapier and leader's killing everybody. Okay, Invoker's managed to pick it up. He stopped panicking. He's picked the rapier up. It's fine. There's going to be a buyback from the Death Prophet. In that bit of a fuss there. They lost an extra hero. And Medusa's buying back. Buying back. They want to keep a gut. I mean, there's 4 heroes. It's only the Lina left alive. And not for much longer. She's dead. Lina buys back, but she is the only one with buyback. Clark's going to be back in 10 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower.
See what they can get out of this one, but yeah, Dire's looking to put the pressure on with his rapier back in the hands of the Medusa. Slark, he's going to go for the Invoker. He's been trying so much this time. He's convinced it's going to work out, but it's not. The Ghost was there. Yes, he's got dust. He's got dust. He's got the Death Shroud. He's keeping it doing. He's able to do it. Finally. He gets the Invoker, but the tier 4s are falling. The Ancientess explodes Slark. He's going to turn his attention over towards the Medusa instead. Top lane, they're taking the Megas. Megas are there, but Medusa needs help. And she needs it now. Slark is killing her, and he's going to take the Rapier. Slark's got the Rapier, but they've been Mega'd. They have been Mega'd. Medusa's down for 2 minutes. Slark, with a comeback story for him. He's had a few fights where he's gone in, and they've dealt with him. But now, he's the one having the last laugh, potentially, as he has the Rapier. He's up to 2nd highest in the net worth. Could this be Slark with the redemption after so many fights where he just ran in and instantly died? He's ready for kills now. Yeah, oh, Wind Ranger. Oh my goodness. She's fine. She is fine. Of course, their base still in very good position, and just 70 seconds to wait now until Medusa's back. Jeez. He did. Oh, he did. Wind Ranger recovered the cheese. Well matured by now, but that cheese that was sitting there for the longest of moments, Wind Ranger's been able to get it back here for the team. Nobody wants the Mirror Shield. Did they steal that? That is indeed a stolen Mirror Shield. Good to see. The team, actually, everybody's taken an item. And you know what? It's actually all very good. It's all very good items. Wind Ranger's got the Pirate Hat, more attack speed. Why not? DK's got the Machina, more armor. Why not? This man has got 82 armor. He has 83% physical resistance. Medusa has the Apex. Fantastic. Bit of damage. She has a Desolator. Alrighty. She wants to get those buildings killed. She's gone for a Deso to help with the push. Alright, don't mind it. But she also has the Book of Shadows. Very nice to protect herself while she's in the Exorcism. And then Invoker, of course, with the Seer Stone. So, all in all, they're happy with their tier 5s. Tier 5 usage on the other side, not quite as much widespread. Just the two here, the Arcanist Armor for the Viper and the Stygian for the Lina. Oh, Lina. Be careful here, my friend. Be careful. He probably wants to take the Quelling Blade out for the death, so... I mean, who am I to say? They do look a little similar, I guess. Like, they're kind of like both like a thing on a stick. And... But yeah. Probably wants to get that Deso in. If they want to go for the big brain of buying that at this stage. DD. Let's grab that. Let's go. Oh, just... Yeah, just dewarding. Dewarding as well. Wants to keep the Quelling Blade for dewarding. He's smart. Smart. Keep the Quelling Blade, cut down trees, find those sneaky little ward spots while she's counting them, moving around with the gem. She knows what she's doing. She's a professional. Professional here. She'll switch the Deso in for the tower push. I know it. No, D-Ward, got to get rid of these trees. Even though there's a lot around. I mean, it's the point where there's so many around that you kind of just like, well, I'm not going to be able to find them all. Like, it feels like a sort of a helpless thing right now. There's just so many trees. Can you really find them all with all this green on the ground? You got to really look, you know. You got to focus on your hunt for the trees. Like, sure, it shows, but, you know, especially when you're focusing on so much more at 74 minutes in. Ooh. There we go. Time to start the response play here. BK being Ross rolling. That double magic immunity. Invoker's... Slark's done it again. Oh, Slark, he's been able to find the Invoker both times in these fights now. Medusa at the front will pop the cheese, but she can't get the Stone Gaze off. She's dead. Slark, he'll get the ult off as he's fighting the back lines. That's another one that they've taken out 3 of them. Wind Ranger also gone. They're holding against the Megas. And Slark's killing the Invoker. He's getting that Invoker now. He is every time. Especially with this Rapier. He has the power. He has the damage. And this man's ready to run down mid. He's ready to run down mid. I don't know if they... where's the buybacks? They don't. Medusa's buybacks on cooldown. Death Prophets is on cooldown. Invoker's is on cooldown. Wind Rangers, it is just no money. It's up to the Dragon Knight alone. Up to the Dragon Knight alone. I don't know if he can stop this. He's only got the 1 life himself. He's not got money for buyback. That's a long time. It is a long time. As that's the tower gone. The Rex as well. I mean, and he's got his Radiance, by the way. He's got his Radiance. We wanted to see it, but then DK's going to try and put a stop to it. But he's on his own. He's got nothing to do. He just gets shredded here. He's broken by the Nether Toxin. They're on to the tier 4. They're looking to end the game. They may be Megan. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everybody's dead. Radiant. They're going to do it. They got the game. There you go. There you go. Wow. Well played, Radiant. GG indeed. The comeback indeed. Slark, he was having the struggle of his lifetime in those fights, but he pulled through at the end, gets the Rapier, and last 2 team fights, Invoker just doesn't get to have a say. He's gone full out on this offensive build. Nothing to save himself once he gets gone on by a Rapier Slark. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast. Another Herald action, bit of action. As I said, the plan to be is that the next Herald cast you'll see on this channel will be that on the new patch, hopefully. It should be coming out tomorrow. So, be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the game. And I'll see you over on the new patch, hopefully. See you next time. Thanks for following.